Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special video showcase we are of course returning to the fan home build your own Optimus Prime, and as you can see he's really starting to take shape right now. But before we look at the parts and the build, let's have a quick look at the magazine. We are looking again with the movie trivia at the front. That's not a bad thing to start off with. Carly Brooks Spencer. We've then got a focus on Thunderclash, both the toy and indeed in his fiction, and then of course we're moving on to an individual Cyclonus profile, which again is fantastic. It's brilliant the fact that this covers all bases. We're on Beast Wars part 3. We're talking about the Predacon, so there's loads of pictures of all the original vintage toys here, loads of them. It's really good, as I say, especially for myself who doesn't know too much about all of these. Right, so we're on to Torso 19. We're going to be doing the other door by the looks of this, and then it also looks like we're going to be attaching it, yes we are, to the main torso as well. So let's get the parts out of the bag and let's get going. So there's the instructions. I've got the part out of the packaging. Just a quick reminder again that the door is metal, which is fantastic, and the rest of the parts are plastic. And this one, because it's super flimsy, you can see there it is kept in its own very neat little casing as well, but we'll come to that in a second. So first and foremost, let's take the door, let's take the windshield, and once again, if you're not too familiar with this, it is just like a jigsaw. Everything just fits into its set place, its set piece. Apply a teeny bit of pressure to that and you'll hear that it will clip into place like so, and then we're just going to secure it with two, which one screws are they? These are DM screws. So the DM, again, it says on the bag, you can see there, the M at the end means that it's going into metal, and that's these round headed screws here by the looks of it. So I'm still using the same screwdriver from issue 1. I'm just going to get them screwed in and we'll come straight back. So that's just tighten them up in there. Again, just because you are screwing into metal but via the plastic, just be careful not to apply too much pressure because we of course don't want to crack it. Now we've got this part, which is where it's going to attach to the main torso. Again, you can, if you wanted to, or not if you wanted to, you can by mistake put it upside down. It will fit there, but what you need to do is turn it round. You'll guess by the orientation, you'll see that it fits much flusher that way. So we're going to take these two other screws. So these are the AM screws. These have got a flat head. These are much smaller, to be honest. Some of the screws which you're using in this particular kit are indeed tiny, but this is exactly the same as what we did on the other side, so no surprises with this. When it comes to attaching the door, you will notice that there's one piece on the torso of mine just not on just yet. That's just because what I've done is I'm gluing some bits onto it from an earlier stage. So if you're looking at it and yours is slightly different at this point, I'll show you exactly what I mean in a second. Right, let's just, in fact, you're going to see what I'm doing with it right now, to be honest, because what it says for the next part is just to attach this. Let me get rid of the reflection there. I'm going to turn that over, to be honest, and move that over there. So what it says to do with this is to just pop it. You've got some teeny holes you can make out, 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom, and to be honest it will just fit in, but I want it to sort of stay there for some time. So I've got some glue and I'm just going to dip the corners into the top, like just literally a tiny bit. So it's obviously not very noticeable, just for that extra bit of protection, just in case. There we are, the glue's just coming up at the top, because these are really tiny and indeed really flimsy, shall we say. So let's have a go at just popping this in here. Let me see if you can see what I'm doing. That's going to go into there, and then this is going to go into the top like so. And then what I have been doing is just using my screwdriver just to apply a teeny bit of pressure. Did you see that pop in there? And I'm gonna, in fact, I don't need to leave it like that. What I'm going to attempt to do now is attach this with you watching. So let me just get the camera off the stand.